Welcome to the Broccoli Pod.
Welcome to the Broccoli Pod.
Welcome to the Broccoli Pod.
We're your hosts. I'm Augie Dupre.
I should go get me a grip. Boss the fuck up and go cop me a whip. Maybe I break it the wrist. Shut the fuck up and just copy the riz. What if I want made for this? I do not want all the glam and the glitz. I just want cop me a jet.
I'm Capital J.
Bitch, I am one in a million, a trillion, or one of the odds that I face. Not in the industry, you can't relate. You are surrounded by sharks and the snakes. I think I have what it takes. Be the best in the industry, remove all the fakes. Run the fuck up and I'm beating the brakes. No, I ain't slowing down and you ain't saving face.
And today we're here with our guest.
Am I
Low key.
I'm at the store with your bitch and your kids. Yeah, that's the shit that gon' crack at your ribs. I told your ass
Fresh
you should never
mix.
get shit you can't handle.
Your boy
Now look at
OG.
this. You got an issue, but what did I tell you? You not with the shits. Maybe I get you to pull out the tool, give me reasons to shoot. That was the old me, but please don't tempt me.
Welcome to the Broccoli Pod. We're your hosts. I'm Augie Dupre.
I'm Capital J. And today
We're here with no guest.
it's the two of us back from Thanksgiving.
Hell yeah.
We had a 9-week break.
Yeah, this is our first time being back on in 9 weeks. We've been having AI-generated us's talk for us on the last episodes. So
AI.
that's why it's been really conspiracy theoretical. It's actually crazy how AI just goes straight
They
to
just
those.
know exactly what we are, dude.
Yeah, so I mean, you can imagine they're not lying because they have all access to all the information available. So do what you want with that information.
Yo, did you get sick recently?
Yeah, I did.
I feel like everybody fucking got sick.
I mean, it happens every year, bro. It's every year at this exact time.
I still feel so like
When the cold comes, and then in spring, everybody gets sick.
I don't usually get the spring one, but I definitely get the winter one. Oh,
You always
I'm
get
always
the spring.
sick, dude.
Yeah, you're always sick during the spring.
I'm just always sick in general.
yeah.
Fucked. Whatever.
Allergies, bro.
Oh man.
You got too many vaccines when you were a kid.
I don't actually think I got very many vaccines.
What?
Uh-uh.
Well, you had to get all the ones.
I just
to be
got all
able to
like
go
the
to school.
boosters that were like mandatory for school, yeah.
Yeah.
But I never got like flu shots or anything like that. After
I don't think I ever got flu shots either. I used to work at Rite Aid, and people would come in for those flu shots, and every single person that would come in, like, they were the only people that ever got the flu, or the people that got the fucking flu shots. Like, dude, what's the point of this? I'm never fucking taking
I always
it.
thought that was so weird that they were like, "Oh yeah, just go get your flu shot." Like,
Yeah, we would get free ones over there, and my coworkers would be sick for like 2 weeks after it.
the
Like,
flu's not that bad.
I'm not fucking getting a
Just
flu,
be sick
bro.
for a week,
Yeah,
bro. Who cares?
literally.
It's fine.
Coming to work, pass that shit around. Who cares?
Smoke a cigarette. Be a man.
Yeah.
If you see that meme going around, the
uh,
Tate one.
the be a man guy.
No, it's Andrew Tate. He's like, I don't know. They do a lot of ones where it's like you get in a car accident. It's like smoke a cigarette. Get up. Be a man. Back in the game.
What
Have
the
a cup of coffee. A cigarette.
Is that what he says?
Yeah.
Oh
He
shit.
said that about something else. It was like I don't remember what else he was talking about, but it was
It was
funny
pretty
meme,
good.
bro. It was
pretty
good.
golden.
it was gold.
Yeah.
Good enough to become a meme.
There's also that old guy that has that shirt that says "Be a man," and he's always
Oh,
like,
I do like him too.
yeah, he's
Be a
super funny.
man.
Yeah. How's your Thanksgiving though?
It's pretty good. Went up to my mom's house up in Oregon.
Yeah, had a
Yeah.
good time. Hit the gyms out there.
I did. It was a pretty sweet gym up there. They got
Are you like?
shout out to Reps Gym.
Are you open to like eating anything for Thanksgiving?
Oh, that's a pretty good question. I don't like honestly, I don't like a whole lot of Thanksgiving food. Like
Turkey's trash.
it's fine. It usually doesn't come out that good. You know, like no offense to whoever's making it. But I
Yeah.
actually had some good turkeys this year, but I don't eat pork really. So ham I don't eat. I think that it's okay to eat kind of like whatever you want as long as your portion size is reasonable. Like the only reason that Thanksgiving so like makes you feel so bad is because you eat like 10 plates and then go to somebody else's house and eat again.
10 plates. See, I'll never do that again, bro.
I know.
I that's how I gained weight last year.
That's how everybody gains weight, dude.
Dude, every year, every single year. See, I'll hold my same weight. I won't gain weight. I don't ever gain weight. And I don't ever lose weight. No matter how much I go to the gym or anything like that, it doesn't seem to ever happen. But every year for the past 27 years of my life, I've gone through Thanksgiving and Christmas and eaten too much, or like I've gone on like a trip and gained like 5 pounds here and there.
And then you
And
like
over
maintain that
time-
5 pounds,
And
right?
over time, it's just become, you know, what I am now. I'm like, fuck, every year.
Well, I most of the time the problem with that isn't necessarily like calories in, calories out. It's insulin sensitivity or insulin insensitivity. So because you eat so much like processed food, or in the past in a short period of time, like if you eat a ton of processed food and sugar and like candy, people who are traditionally known as like big boned are people who just have a harder time like with insulin with their insulin reaction.
Mhm.
So
So they eat a lot of sugar.
so when they eat a lot of sugar, their insulin is always high. They never give themselves a chance to like bring it down, because those spikes and drops are what allow your body to actually change. So before, you can look it up online, like you can Google it, fat loss,
Mhm.
and look at the Wikipedia. You actually can't lose fat unless your insulin drops below a certain action level. And in order to do that, a lot of people need, like when you're, again, traditionally like big bone, which is not necessarily a thing. It's just,
I
you
don't have
store-
big bones.
Yeah, your bones are a different size, you know, but those are kids who have always been a little bit bigger usually.
Yeah.
And all you really have to do is reset your insulin to be able to drop below that certain action level to be able to lose fat. Otherwise, your body will just hold on to it. It doesn't matter. You can eat no calories, but eventually you will break that. You won't have that sustained insulin level, but you won't feel very good.
Yeah, because your body would rather use like sugar in general to use.
It's
to-
way easier
to
yeah.
burn. Yeah,
it's way easier for high workloads. For like heavy work, you want to use like sugar for sure. Your body definitely wants to use like glucose. That would be the best thing to use because it goes through you so fast. And then like a long-term carbohydrate is like also good, but
And
for
it's-
like sustained like running.
And it's easier to break down muscle than it is fat, right?
It's
That's-
just
That's kind of what I feel like I heard either Andrew Huberman or someone else
it is
talking about that.
yeah, that's all yeah, it's easier. I'm not a doctor like them, you
Not
know.
a botanist.
So I'm just like regurgitating information that I've learned from them also.
Yeah.
But yeah, typically it is easier to store fat and your body wants to store fat. It just muscle requires so many nutrients to keep that if you don't provide those nutrients, then it is the first thing to go
That
because
makes
it's so like nutrient it requires so much fuel.
Yeah.
So obviously your body's going to offload the first thing that takes fuel. Fat doesn't take a lot of fuel because it's just extra.
Right.
So it doesn't really need to burn that if it can just like cut off some quick shit, you know?
That's true.
Stuff that's costing.
And I guess it
Yes.
makes sense to store fat because it is a long-term storage. It keeps you warm. It does all sorts of it has survival benefits
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
If you think about yourself as like a caveman, weight loss and nutrition kind of becomes a little bit easier.
Hmm.
It's like, well, if I run all day and I'm looking for my food, you know, like how am I going to fuel that, right?
Yeah, and you're not eating every time you're hungry.
You're
'cause
not
you
eating
can't.
you can't eat every time you're hungry. You can't just like go to the refrigerator and get stuff. Now we have that ability, and
Mhm.
based on your goals, sometimes you do have to do that.
Yeah.
Like if you want to gain weight, then yeah. But as far as like weight loss goes, yeah, running and stuff like that is obviously really cool. But if your insulin level doesn't drop below a certain level, which metabolic syndrome is like the number one health issue in
Gary
America.
Brecka was talking a lot about that on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, so everybody has metabolic syndrome basically, and because of that, you can't lose fat. That's like the bottom line. And in order to break that, there's a few ways. Like abstain from sugar, like completely, super difficult.
Hmm.
Fast for like 3 days. Go keto. Keto sucks.
I've heard a lot about the keto stuff.
Yeah,
That's one of the big things that helped fix Dana White.
yeah, keto.
Yeah, give
It
some.
it does reset you. Yeah, so like you should I don't do it because why? Other than long-term health benefits.
Other than health, you know.
Yeah, you know, long-term health benefits, but
It's not gonna make you look like a monster.
yeah, I got different goals, so but yeah, like maybe like once or twice a year, like every American should probably fast for like 2 or 3 days.
It's got great benefits, dude.
Like do a water fast. I just like I gotta work out, dude. Get fast.
If you do that, you'll lose all of your progress. You lose 10 pounds.
I will go
20
back. I'll be
pounds.
130 pounds again if I start. As soon as I take 3 days off, I know it. So I just know I'll never do that.
Yeah, that sucks.
No, maybe one day.
What's your opinion on like supplements?
Like over the counter supplements.
Yeah.
I think ultimately it's like bottom line, it's minutia that is not necessarily important if you're like have a broad goal. If you want to be really good at something, then yeah, it's a one vector that you can like really dive into, but it's the least important.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's diet, training, and then like kind of the rest of the stuff.
Subs.
Yeah, and like your supplements. Unless you're trying to be like a bodybuilder, then
Because
realistically,
supplements,
it is
diet.
like it's pretty much like steroids and diet, and then your training is like below that. But if you want to be like a professional bodybuilder, and I'm not saying this to like discourage anybody because you can be like a good natural bodybuilder, but if you ever want to be like, if you have Olympic dreams, like sorry, dude, you're gonna have to push it really hard.
Yeah. Unless you've got like perfect genetics.
You're gonna have to push it really hard.
There's no one out there that claims natty that actually is natty.
No. I know that there's like some good natties for sure. There's some really great natural bodybuilders, and they look awesome, but they're not like 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Like it is impossible, And like if you even like Ronnie Coleman is the best bodybuilder in the world, dude. He
Mhm.
was getting like 4th place until he started taking steroids.
Bro.
He was natural for a long time. Like looking back, based on empirical evidence or whatever, or like all this fucking evidence that I see, and I mean it's like other people's opinion, including
How can that be?
but
though?
that he was a freak natural for a long time, and he got like he never won until he was on steroids.
How can that be though, bro? I feel like with the right like training and the right like obviously it'd be really hard to do, but I feel like with the right stuff anybody could like get to that level on their own though.
You can get to a competitive level, but you cannot. It's just the thing is, dude, is you're going against, if you have somebody who's like perfect genetics, right?
Mhm.
And they're like, I'm going to stay natural and just prove that I'm the best, right? And then you have a guy that's like
Perfect
the
genetics.
second perfect genetics in the whole world, right? And he's like, fuck everybody, dude. I'm a psycho. I'll take whatever the fuck I got to do to be the biggest person on the planet. Then clearly, like the guy who's going to be the fucking biggest person on the planet, like that dude's going to beat him. Like no matter what, really.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good his genetics are. If they're 1, 2, they could be 5% better. But if he's going to use like anything that he can get his hands, like if he'll call some Russian dude to like make him some shit in the lab in his bathtub, like that guy's going to win. It's just kind of about like doing what you have to do to win, and you're going against people who will do whatever the fuck that they can.
But what more so what I'm saying is that like there's got to be some way to unlock that genetically, like in your DNA, like as a human being, because we're able to adapt and like do insane fucking things.
It is true. And to be fair, I have seen some like dudes who have done like tested shows for many years, and they're like one dude's a professional powerlifter. I wish I remembered his name off the top of my head, but he's a pro powerlifter in tested powerlifting meets. And he only gains like a few pounds a year as far as like on his lift goes.
Mhm.
But he's he's so fucking strong, like 3 times his body weight for a bench or something like that,
Damn.
like a 600-pound bench.
Mhm.
And he's natural and looks like a freak, but again, he's not 300 pounds.
Yeah.
He's not Nick Walker. Insert picture of Nick Walker. The dude's a fucking maniac.
Damn.
Yeah. And he's like,
crazy.
yeah, he's like 27 or something like that. Yeah, he's like in his mid-20s.
You gotta get up there, bro.
Huh?
You gotta get up there.
That's way too big, dude. 300.
Really?
I think he's like
Yeah.
320 pounds or something like that.
You have to have like. I guess there's still probably like genetics involved for stuff like that, like being able to get to that weight.
Yeah, and then also your response to steroids is genetic too. So some people can like blast a ton of gear and they will never get that big. It's not. Yeah, it just will like expand your potential a little bit. It just gets you to your potential faster, I guess. It's a supplement for sure, but in like pro bodybuilding, that's like probably the number one thing. If anybody tells you that like they built their physique on like a little amount or liver supplements. Like it's just bullshit, dude. Or like duck eggs. Like, yeah, right.
Hey, dude, duck eggs are fucking disgusting. Why would anybody just eat those on their own? Those things are fucking nasty, dude.
But that's the truth. Like, it is. It has to do a lot with that. But supplements, as far as like your daily, everybody should take a daily vitamin. Like, not sponsored by anybody, but Thorne makes a really good multivitamin. And
you want to make sure those are methylated too.
Yeah, it is expensive. It's a little bit more expensive, but the better brands actually are better.
Yeah,
and like some fish oil would never hurt.
And that's what I was learning from Gary Brecka too. Is that you want to make sure all your supplements are methylated already. It's easier for your body to take in. It's like the proper form, because nothing that goes into your body stays the same in your body. Everything gets converted into a methylated form of it. And also, if you're eating shit with folic acid in it, throw that shit away. That's just garbage for you.
Or Red 40.
Yeah.
Don't
or
give that
yeah,
shit to your kids.
dyes, bro.
Don't give that shit to your
that
kids.
That shit for sure causes autism and ADHD. Like, I don't want to hear anything, dude. Anytime, like, I can see it in myself, bro. Like, if I eat a pack of fucking Skittles, dude, I'm bouncing off the fucking walls. Like, not normally, for like the next couple of days until that shit gets out of my fucking system.
I eat a lot of shit right now, but and it's been like I can feel it too. Yeah, it like messes with my body, like the way that my insulin sensitivity is. I get really tired and shit super fast and stuff like that.
Yeah,
depending on what I eat.
The depresso espresso too. I feel that too from like that and gut health. My gut health has been fucked.
That's
lately,
one
dude.
thing that I haven't like really dived into yet, but I know is important.
It's like the central.
That's like your whole area, but I keep getting little like hints about it, and I like notice them, when I drink a lot of like acidic foods or drinks mostly. It's like when I start drinking like a lot of kombucha and sparkling water, which I like a lot. Those two things like start to make my body feel like acidic, and I feel like I get like almost sick. Like I'm not actually sick, but like I don't know. I just don't feel that good, and I get heartburn easier, and like food just doesn't feel that good.
Yeah, well, messing with your body's pH, because obviously it starts in the stomach with being as acidic as your body gets, right, to break down the food, and then as it goes through the digestive system, Gary Brecka put it in a real good like thought process. He compared it to a assembly line, which is essentially what it is, miles of assembly lines that slowly reduce the pH. Like it's because your digestive tract is more alkaline.
Interesting.
So that by the time it comes out, it's not fucking super acidic and burning the fuck out of you, bro. So also that's the problem with eating food too fast, is when you like imagine you're on an assembly line and they're like, all right, double the speed.
It's
like
been my whole life.
That's gonna fuck up your like you're gonna fuck up shit because you're gonna be like, damn, I missed that part.
Or they're just gonna get really good at working.
Yeah, maybe
you're gonna have the best employees on the fucking planet, bro.
And they're just gonna fucking keel over dead. But that's what I'm like for me, because I eat food so fast, dude, and I always have digestive problems. And it makes sense because it's not built for that. It's not built to like channel food that fast or reduce the pH that fast. That's why when I eat spicy food, that's why I think it affects me so much. And that's also a big problem with people with like gastrointestinal disorders and stuff like that. Also, folic acid.
One like cheap fix to heartburn or acid issues: spoonful of baking soda.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
I'm telling you, bro.
Well, I see with that, because it's very alkaline, baking soda, but I feel like that would fuck with your stomach's acid.
It doesn't.
Yo, there's no way.
It used to be a banned substance in
Sweden,
in sports.
What?
Yeah, they used to use it as a like a pre-workout and a like what do they call it? Like a performance enhancer.
What is baking soda?
It's fuck. It's what are those like the tablets?
Calcium bicarbonate.
Yeah,
That's all.
It's like similar to that. It's just like similar to that, and then it's like
It's been around forever.
It's a
and
base.
It's used in everything.
Yeah, they used to use it.
It's
like
a
I said,
deodorizer,
they
bro.
used to use it as a PED,
It's a
performance enhancing drug. Yeah,
but
crazy,
it's,
right?
it's also deodorizer. Things that are deodorizers that are that just sketches me out, bro.
Sand. It's
Huh?
fine. And it puts fires out.
Did you say sand?
It's like sand, and it just puts fires out. It's fine.
There's gotta be something with that, bro. Yeah, fucking.
I need to figure out the word that I'm looking for right now because it's bothering the shit out of me.
That's reasonable.
No, but they used to take you take a spoonful of it and some water, and
I've definitely heard that from a lot of people because I've struggled with acid reflux for a long time.
yeah, it's
And it used
sodium
to be-
bicarbonate.
That's what it is.
Yeah, sodium bicarbonate.
That's
Commonly
all
known
it
as-
is.
Yes.
That's the only thing it is.
Yes.
What are the health? Look at the health effects of that. I need to know.
Okay, I'm gonna actually show you baking soda, PED, Olympic or banned in sports. Before, we're gonna have to cut some of this out.
So we're gonna start doing more episodes like this. A lot more of just us talking about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. A lot more of what we had on last episode with my friend Cameron, just kind of talking about conspiracies and stuff like that. We're also talking about doing a 4-part series on reviewing, different shows or different podcasts, episodes, and kind of talking about them and giving our 2 cents. So, type in below in the comments and let us know what you think. Especially about the last episode. That's kind of like a trial run of what we're going for. So what'd you find out?
Well, it was looked at back in the 80s as like a performance enhancing drug in running, in long distance running.
Why?
I imagine it's probably just increases your oxygen carrying capacity.
I guess.
That's just speculation, but as far as basifying your body, it really does help. I've used that forever. For several years I've done that, and then just into the bodybuilding community, as far as using orals goes, oral steroids, it causes a lot of acid reflux for them, and that's a really big just way to do it in the morning. You fucking take a spoonful of that and you're good to go, and it actually never comes back. But when it does, well, it will come back, but it's not like a Band-Aid. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. It's not like a temporary fix. It will only come back if you're just acidic, and you can long term basify yourself that
Stuff that that just sketches me out. Things that are cure-alls, because baking soda,
it does
if
a
it's
lot.
good, it does everything.
It does a lot
everything.
of things.
No, it does everything.
But
you can get stains out of your clothes with it.
yeah, and it whitens your teeth.
Yes,
But
why the fuck does it do that?
it's a good chemical, dude. But it's been around for so long that I trust that. You know what I'm saying? If they came out with that shit this year, any 40-in-1, I would never trust. A lot of that shit I don't trust. But they've had baking soda around since forever, dude.
Okay.
I bet it was invented when packaging was invented. They were like, we'll sell this shit.
Okay. Well, you can overdose on baking soda. Did you know that?
Well, you'll shit your pants well before that. I'll tell you that. Oh, by the way, if you're going to do it, work your way up to a half a tablespoon or a tablespoon, because it will upset your belly.
Long-term or overuse of baking soda can increase your risk of hypokalemia or potassium blood deficiency, or hypochloremia or chloride blood deficiency,
So go buy Tums.
hypernatremia,
Bullshit, dude.
or rise in sodium levels.
All that's bullshit to get you to buy other shit.
It says it also clears out toxins from the kidneys and guards against you. Dude, what is it even to believe anymore? No matter what you look up, there's an answer for it.
Yeah.
Like a good and bad.
Yeah.
You're like, what are the health benefits of this? And what, you know, you'll go on like a website and like every single like thing will only be like good stuff, and it won't say anything about like possible negative effects about anything. But then you go look at like bad things about, you know, this subject, and it does the complete opposite, bro.
Well, if you were gonna sell a product, would you tell everybody about the bad shit?
Yeah, I would.
Are you honest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, fuck me then.
It's stuff like baking soda or whatever. But no, everybody has that shit. It's a really good thing that you can take. Like, I wouldn't take it every day, but a little bit.
Just a spoonful.
I actually do take like half the spoonful with like a glass of like a sip of water.
What does your regiment look like?
Every day?
Yeah.
I don't have like
Or
a
what would you,
daily regimen.
if
but-
you just had all the money, like what would
a
you,
better question.
yeah, what would your regiment look like?
I would probably take, again, I don't really want to be like a walking pharmacy, you know, and I already like take medication and stuff for like my asthma, so I don't want to like take too much stuff. So I'd probably take like a good multivitamin, a fish oil, and I guess I would probably have my blood tested to see like any vitamin deficiencies.
Like a genetic methylation test.
Is that something that you can do?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even know about that, but
Yeah.
I know that there are tests that you can do to like look up what vitamins.
It's only
you're
like
deficient in.
$500-600.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
And it's worth it for your health if
Mhm.
you're doing like blood tests and stuff.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I would take like probably like injectable vitamin D.
Why injectable?
It's just like
Better.
easy. You can get a ton of it instead of taking like 15 pills.
That's fair.
And they also have like really good vitamin blends where it's like vitamin B and stuff like that. You can get them at
Like a complex.
yeah, you can get like vitamin complexes, which are pretty cool.
So also something about those B complexes is always look out for cyanide cobalamin.
That sounds bad.
It's a B vitamin, and it's like trace amounts of cyanide, which is obviously a poison.
Probably not great.
And it's in almost every B complex, and it's super inflammatory, and it's not great for you. It's in like liquid IV.
Oh,
Like, so that's one thing that I was noticing that, again, Gary Brecka, you know, I just watched his podcast a couple of times, and I've been doing a bunch of research into him, and that's one big thing that he says is super bad for you. So, yeah, watch out for that in your B complexes. If your multivitamin or whatever has that, get
It
a
probably does.
multivitamin.
it probably has like at least a B in it, but B vitamins are good,
hmm
and I'm not like too wary about like minutia. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
like an injectable like multivitamin is pretty cool because you can get really high levels of that, and it's relatively affordable if you can find it. Like Amino Asylum is a pretty good website. But it's better than like going to, I can't remember what the place is here in town, but it's like $65 for a shot.
But
And
how long does that last? A day?
I take them like every other day.
Damn.
Yeah. And so you could just buy like
Shout them out again.
Amino Asylum?
Amino Salem. You said that's here in town.
No. That's online
Oh,
Retailer.
oh,
of stuff. Mostly like peptides and things like that.
yeah.
But there you can get like a bottle for less than or about like a shot or two.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's like 10 or 15.
What's that peptide that they're banning right now?
Probably BPC, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they were talking about
BPC 157. That one's pretty good.
There's a
for
lot of people
healing.
have said, yeah, that is really great for healing.
Yeah, that and then TB 500. Those two are really awesome. It's like you could take both of them at the same time. But BPC is a site injectable and also a systemic too. So you can just take it like every day. But it's pretty expensive if you're gonna do it like that. It's like let's say like you get an injury or something, like a shoulder injury, like a
Mhm.
rotator cuff or something, you would inject like in your shoulder or like nearby into a
Mhm.
muscle, and you would probably do that for like 2 weeks, and that would be like one bottle,
Yeah.
and that would like that's usually like $70, $75.
I mean, that's not bad.
It's not too bad,
Yeah.
but if you're gonna do it every day, then it becomes that's like
Like,
$200 a month to do
yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah, close to that. Yeah.
It becomes a
Um,
little bit more expensive that way, but it does actually work really well. I used it for a rib injury.
It's better than using what's the other stuff that they use? It's a steroid. Corticosteroids.
Oh, corticosteroids are terrible for you.
Yeah, super bad.
Yeah.
They just fucking dry out the joint.
Raise your cortisol.
Yeah.
Yeah, super bad for you, but
Yeah.
they work really well.
Yeah.
They do their fucking job. But yeah, BPC is really awesome, and they're probably banning it because it works.
Yeah. They're saying that they're banning it because there's not enough safety data on it.
AKA, it works
Yeah.
better than medicine,
Exactly.
and it's cheaper to use.
Yeah.
Like I know I can't like say any other sites, but I know I've seen it on sites where you can get a bottle of that shit for like $30. Dude.
Really?
Yeah.
It's legit.
There is just like what peptides are like it's basically like a piece like a stem cell of like human growth hormone, so it doesn't like it's not even that big of a process to make them. It's like really easy to make,
Okay.
and they're water based and like not very expensive.
Yeah, dude.
So the government doesn't want you to have it, and also you can't like trademark or
Copyright.
No, it's trademark or patent. Yeah, you
Patent.
can't
Yeah,
patent
Peptides?
the peptides
Why?
because they're all made out of like the same thing. They're all again like human growth hormone. Like
Got you. Like
Pieces.
taken out of people,
no, they're
like
just,
dead people.
maybe I actually think that is how a lot of them started.
Huh.
That's how they started with human growth hormone was like crushed up pituitary glands.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day.
It's crazy. Germany probably figured that out.
Probably, dude. Honestly, back or into like the conspiracy side of things. I've been like doing a lot of like seeing a lot of stuff about Nazis lately and how they had like found Noah's Ark and they found a bunch of other stuff and that they just were like hid. Now it's all hidden. It's like, what the fuck did they have? Like they had so much shit. How much shit are we gonna never find because they hid it?
Yeah, dude. It really is interesting because all that. Oh, God. We'll have to talk about this in another episode after
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do some more research because it's a touchy subject. But
No, I'll do some more research.
yeah, we should definitely do that in another episode. But it's super crazy because we got so many medical advancements and just so many scientific advancements from the Nazis because they were doing such unethical things like live testing on humans, like doing whatever, mutilating people to see what happens, and like just doing any kind of science while they could, as quick as they could, because they knew they weren't going to last that long.
I don't mean to be like always so cynical, but like, who says that they stopped? Like, we brought them
Yeah.
over here,
But
and like
the-
we have the CIA, and so like we have a bunch of shit. Like people go missing all year.
the experiments definitely slowed down, probably, definitely. You know
but
what I
maybe
mean?
they
But
just got better at it, or like our CIA was doing shit forever, but like maybe they
Yeah.
just got better at it. And they're like, fuck it, we'll just kill them when we're done.
Mhm.
Like I know that sounds brutal, but like
Look at all these children that go missing every year.
that's another subject.
Yeah, or part of the same. I mean, they're all in the government's hands.
Yeah,
or
everything goes,
secret society's
goes wherever,
hands.
but
They
Well,
interchange them probably.
yeah, just don't like sign as an organ donor. on
Yeah,
your
dude.
license.
Fuck that. Fucking DNR.
On that, it's been another episode of the Broccoli Pod. We're your hosts. I'm Capital J,
I'm Augie Dupre.
and we out.
Peace.